Good evening and welcome to the Misericordia Women's League Heart of Gold, a night at the races virtual event. My name is Lou Manfredini. You may know me as Mr. Fix-It from WGN Radio and TV. My wife, Mary Beth, and I have been supporters of Misericordia and the work they do for children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities for many, many years. And tonight is no exception. I've often said that I will do absolutely anything for Misericordia, which is apparent by the suit that I'm wearing. Now please welcome Father Jack Clare, Associate Executive Director of Misericordia, to officially start our program with a prayer. Enjoy your evening.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the League event tonight at the races. They've asked me to offer a prayer, and so it's probably the first time I'm praying not to win a horse race, but to celebrate the beginning of this wonderful night together. Loving God, a race means that we're on our way to something, and there's so many destinations we celebrate this year. Tonight, the 25th anniversary of our Women's League. Last week, the 50th anniversary of Lois's Gates' presence at Misericordia. And throughout this year, the 100th anniversary of Misericordia's existence. It has been indeed a race that has been filled with life. Life because so many good people, like the folks who are watching this tonight, have shown that they love and care about the residents of Misericordia. And so as always, Lord, when we gather with grateful hearts. Grateful for these people who believe so deeply in us. And as we go through the race of life, as St. Paul said, may we do the race well. May we live it well. And one of the ways we do that is to serve those who are most in need. And so we are grateful for the support that is given to us by those who are guests of the League this night. We ask your blessing upon them. May they continue to feel your presence and love throughout the year ahead. We thank you for all that is going well. We ask that you continue to watch over the challenges of this pandemic, and we pray that God in his own grace will show us the way. We thank you as we continue on this journey, this race of life, that we might always serve you in all things. We are so blessed to call this group, as they celebrate their 25th anniversary, our friends. And we gather, Lord, in grateful support for all that they have done. We ask your blessing upon this night. May it be one in which all of us are enriched with friendship and love. And we offer this prayer in your name, for you are our Lord forever and ever. Amen. Have a great time, everyone.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Diane Campion, and I'm here with my benefit co-chairs, Ann Cohen and Katie Lee. It's our pleasure to welcome you to the Misericordia Women's League Heart of Gold, a night at the races virtual benefit.
Normally, we would all be gathered in a beautiful ballroom in the Chicago area. But this year, in a year like no other, that's been defined by Zoom calls and social distancing, we have the opportunity to welcome our friends and family, not only from Chicago, but from all over the country. We're so pleased that you're here to join us tonight so we can all celebrate together the magic of Misericordia from the comfort of our own homes.
Together, we would like to propose a toast to Misericordia and the amazing staff who take such great care of those who call Misericordia home. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We're off to the races.
Thank you, Father Jack, for your blessing, and thank you to tonight's benefit chairs, Diane Campion, Ann Cohen, and Katie Lee, for all their hard work to make tonight possible, and for that lovely toast. I happen to know that they're drinking in the back room over here as well. Finally, a big thank you to Monica Benson for starting the night off with the traditional call to post. I'm happy to be invited to be part of tonight's event as your MC for the evening. We have an amazing event planned, and we're so happy that you're joining us tonight from the comfort of your home. Now, we're going to be starting a line, and we promise tonight will be fun-filled evening with messages from some of Misericordia's celebrity friends, testimonies to the amazing staff, and the great work they do for the residents. You'll hear from Sister Rosemary Connolly, Lois Gates, and Women's League President Ann Weathers. And of course, we wouldn't let the night go by without a performance from Misericordia's Heartbreakers. We have so much to celebrate tonight, and I've donned on my best derby attire for such an occasion. Who was the one that said that I had to wear this suit? Misericordia is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year. That is 100 years of providing compassionate care to our most vulnerable population. Lois Gates, Assistant Executive Director at Misericordia, celebrated her 50th anniversary, which kind of seems impossible since she's only 49 years old. Her compassion, dedication, and commitment to the mission of Misericordia and the residents, it knows no bounds. Congratulations, Lois. And finally, we're celebrating the Women's League 25th anniversary and 25th annual fundraising event. Let's make this the best one yet. Now, as we enjoy the program tonight, do not forget why we're here: to support Misericordia and the wonderful care that they provide for the residents by donating and bidding on the many fabulous auction items. Here's how you can do it and how you can help right now and throughout the night. Go to your computers or your smartphones and go to the website you see on the screen right here at the bottom, heartofgoldbenefit.org. This is where you can register and bid on auction items and, of course, donate. If you're already registered, you may have already received a text message with instructions on how to bid and donate, or maybe you've already been outbid. You don't want that to happen. So make sure you continue to bid until the auction item is officially yours. The auction closes at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also have an option for you to donate by phone. Just pick up the phone and call 773-273-4599. That's 773-273-4599. Misericordia's staff are standing by and would be more than happy to take your call and your donation. Now, before we move on, I want to invite the Director of Creative Arts and Marketing Manager of Misericordia, Julie O'Sullivan. Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Julie and I are going to have a winning raffle. We're going to draw the winning raffle ticket for a new iPhone 12.
Yes.
All right? And we're going to pick a winner right now. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Right out of the gate, we're going to pick that winner. There you go.
I entered, so I kind of hope it's me, but
All right.
let's see. I'm gonna dig deep here. Okay, the winner is Jennifer Lundmark, and she's from Hinsdale, Illinois.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer, congratulations. Use your new phone to call 773-273-4599. Oh, she doesn't have it yet. Use your old phone to call that number and donate right now. That's great. Congratulations. And congratulations to the winner. That's really terrific news. Now, while I have Julie here with us, I do want to personally thank you for all your hard work, Julie. She's a huge contributor to this event, and without her, I literally would have nothing to say. So nice job. From script writing to video production, she does it all. You are amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hello to everyone back in Chicago. Jane Lynch here with a special hello to residents and caregivers at Misericordia. Tonight, I am honored to be able to help you celebrate this wonderful, important event, the Heart of Gold Night at the Races benefit. Having grown up in Chicago, I know there are very few things we Chicagoans can agree on. But when it comes to Misericordia, every single Chicagoan recognizes that they are the gold standard of care for our family members with special needs. Now, the Heart of Gold event is a great opportunity for all of us to support Misericordia staff and residents, and I hope that this year's event brings out the love and friendship in us all. Misericordia cannot do what it does without our help. So thank you, Chicago, and thank you, everyone at Misericordia, for making this world a very special place for so many who need our love and care. Thank you.
Hey, it's Ryan Cheverini, host of Windy City Live, and I'm also a huge fan of Misericordia. It's my honor to be a part of this event tonight. I had a chance to learn about this amazing organization several years ago when we first featured them on Windy City Live, and as you all know, the work they do is so remarkable, so caring, so selfless, and so inspiring to see what they do for their more than 600 residents. So it's my honor to be a part of this tonight. Thank you for being a part of this as well. And if you can, please donate to the cause tonight and help Misericordia do what they do best: help others. Have a great night.
Attaboy, Ryan. What a great show we have so far. We've heard from our chairs. We've already had a raffle winner, and we heard testimony from from Chicago's own Jane Lynch and Ryan Cheverini. Jane Lynch was right when she said, every single Chicagoan knows Misericordia is the gold standard of care for children and adults with special needs, and that Misericordia cannot continue to provide the care and the meaningful programs that they do for their residents on a daily basis without your help. Don't forget to go to the website you see on the screen right below, heartofgoldbenefit.org, or you can call 773-273-4599 to make a donation right now. Speaking of donations, I want to take this opportunity to thank our Triple Crown sponsors, $25,000 from JDI Realty, Diane and Tom Campion and family, and Kara and James Long. We are so grateful to each of you for your generosity and continued support in the mission of Misericordia. It's now my pleasure to introduce Ann Withers, President of Misericordia Women's League and Misericordia parent. Ann has been committed to the mission of Misericordia and members of the Women's League since 2014. Please welcome Ann Withers.
Thank you, Lou. On behalf of the Misericordia Women's League, I welcome you all to our annual Heart of Gold benefit. For 25 years, League members have contributed to the lives of Misericordia residents through volunteering and fundraising, with the Heart of Gold benefit being our major annual fundraiser. Thank you to the dedicated and fun-loving Women's League for your tireless collaboration to make tonight's benefit a success. Thank you to my awesome VP, Lisa Cruz, and a huge shout out to tonight's co-chairs, Diane Campion, Ann Cohen, and Katie Lee, who have taken this benefit to a whole new level. I'm extremely fortunate to wear another hat, the hat of a parent of a Misericordia resident. When I told my son that he got accepted to Misericordia, everywhere we went, he told people he got into college. He told the staff at the local library, the priest at church, all our relatives, all the people working in the shops in town. It is like a college for him. He lives on a campus with housemates, loves his computer and art classes, and enjoys working out in the pool and the fitness center. He is so proud to call Misericordia his college. Having all these opportunities in a loving and caring environment is what makes Misericordia so exceptional. Misericordia appreciates each individual and their special abilities. I feel so blessed that my journey in life brought me to Misericordia, not only for all that it offers my son, but also so I can witness and hopefully contribute to so much goodness. This year is a year of many milestones at Misericordia. It is the 100th anniversary of Misericordia and also Lois Gates' 50th anniversary. Thank you, Lois, for giving so much of yourself to Misericordia and its residents. You inspire us all with your love and energy. On behalf of the Women's League, I present you with this plaque of a beautiful photo of Sheriff Rosemary and Deputy Lois from last year's country-themed benefit. Congratulations and thank you, Lois. And thank you to all our viewers for joining in tonight, whether you are watching from Bayonne, New Jersey, or State College, Pennsylvania, or Asheville, North Carolina, or Naples, Florida, or Houston or Austin, Texas. Wherever you are, we are so grateful to have you watching our benefit and for believing in Misericordia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ann. I am just overwhelmed. This is really a surprise. In fact, it's a shock. I didn't expect this, but I am so very grateful for your kindness and thoughtfulness. I've had the pleasure of working with the Women's League and all the members for 25 years, 25 of my 50 years, and it's certainly been a joy. I thank each and every one of you. I have been so blessed to work with you and to know you, and of course to love each one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I also wish to thank a very special woman, Sister Rosemary Conley, our Director of Misericordia and the Sheriff of Misericordia. It's been an honor and a privilege to walk beside you the past 50 years as your Deputy Sheriff. Wow, don't you love our hats? Wouldn't it be nice if we could all be together at the Kentucky Derby in nice warm weather without COVID, celebrating this evening the beginning of Misericordia's 100th anniversary celebrations. Let's close our eyes and dream. I am always inspired by Sister Rosemary's words when she shares with us all the exciting expansion plans. I reflect on a different dream of a young nun 50 plus years ago who dared to dream of the reality we all share today as Misericordia. But it is not just the beautiful physical buildings and new projects. It is the countless programs developed for our 200 outreach participants that takes place in those buildings and on our beautiful campus and surrounding Scylla neighborhoods. One of our most important endeavors is sharing life, not only with our residents and their families, but their devoted staff as well. Retaining and enriching the lives of these dedicated staff keeps us ever mindful. Where would we be without them? We are so very grateful to each and every one of them. I wrote a love letter of gratitude to our staff 3 months into COVID-19, almost 7 months ago now. My words are just as sincere today. Dear staff, the tender mercy of God has given us one another. This beautiful quote by Catherine Macaulay personifies life at Misericordia. You, dear staff, continue to inspire me. I witness daily the unconditional love and respect you administer with tender mercy to our beloved residents. Many of you came to Misericordia looking for a job, and although it is often very demanding work, you have found joy. You have chosen to embrace those entrusted to your care without reservation. It doesn't seem to matter if those you care for will ever be able to say thank you or even I love you. You have bonded with them and they are yours. Misericordia is a place of acceptance, compassion, and love. Make no mistake, that is because of you. It started with our dear Sister Rosemary, who will accept nothing less than the best, and pass on to our administrative team and directors who often have to make tough decisions to guide us not only through our daily routine, but most recently over these past months during this horrific virus. It doesn't matter where you work at Misericordia. If you fix our plumbing, we can bathe. If you chop our food, we can eat. If you dry our sheets, we can sleep. If you reposition us because we can't move, you offer us comfort. If you clean our floors, toilets, windows, or air ducts, it is so we can live in a clean, comfortable, and safe environment. If you sing with us, play with us, or pray with us, you give us dignity. If you show up wherever you work, you affirm our right to life and one worth living. You are our heroes. In closing, I wish to thank our League President, Ann Withers, for her wonderful leadership, and of course to her trifecta chairs, Diane Campion, Katie Lee, and Ann Cohen. All of these women were absolutely amazing. Thank you most sincerely, dear friends. I, along with Julie O'Sullivan and our devoted development team, have been privileged to work with you on this fabulous event. Each and every one of you possesses a heart of gold. I must also thank our dear friend and Master of Ceremonies, Lou Manfredini. His wife and agent, Mary Beth, are always there when we need them. They are generous and dedicated volunteers who believe in our mission and are champions for our residents. We truly hit the daily double with them. Thank you, and now, off to the races.
Hi, I'm Candace Jordan, and I cover some of the city's most exciting events. As a journalist and an advocate for many of the city's nonprofits, I'm privileged to align myself with one of the best, and that's Misericordia. It's a haven of hope led by my dear friend, Sister Rosemary Connolly, and her amazing staff. People come together to support this wonderful organization, this nonprofit, to help these children and adults with special needs. And I'm privileged and honored that the Women's League, who for 25 years has supported this organization, have invited me here tonight to share their first virtual Heart of Gold Night at the Races event. So I hope you can join us. Put on your derby hat, pull on your blue jeans, sit in your PJs, and enjoy tonight's virtual event. And thank you for supporting Misericordia.
Thanks, Candace and Ann and Lois. Oh, and Craig, congratulations again to Lois Gates on her 50th anniversary at Misericordia. Lois, it's truly remarkable. It's a remarkable accomplishment, and the staff and residents at Misericordia are so fortunate to have you working by their side for so many years. I think if you want to make Lois and the Women's League very happy, now would be a great time to go to heartofgoldbenefit.org and hit that donate button. I want to take this opportunity to ask you to think about everything that Misericordia's staff provides for their residents, the work opportunities, the therapy programs, not to mention the recreational opportunities to live in a happy and healthy environment. The residents are some of the happiest people I know. This is because they belong to the Misericordia community. Now, we're not going to have a traditional paddle raise tonight, but I'm going to start off by asking you to consider donating $10,000 right now, and I'll sweeten the pot. If you make a $10,000 donation, I could possibly figure out how I could donate this suit as part of the deal. Anyway, right now, if you make that, it'll help us to continue to look forward to the future with confidence and keep Misericordia strong for many years to come. We are here to help decrease their $20 million funding gap. This is so important now more than ever, especially during this very challenging year. The staff has maintained Misericordia's standard of excellence throughout the pandemic. And so I'm asking for you to donate $10,000 to support the staff and residents.
Thank you, Lou, and thank you for all that you do for Misericordia. And thanks also to Lois Gates. 50 years you've been there, Lois. Your anniversary, what an amazing anniversary, and what a gift. What a gift you have been to Ms. Lois asked if I would say a few words about being a parent at Ms. And I thought about this for a while. What do I say that I haven't said? Gideon had his 20th anniversary, speaking of anniversaries, this September at Ms. In the beginning, I know that Jonathan and I were afraid that we were sending Guy away, not to something, but away from us, and it brought a lot of tears. But what's followed is just the joy of understanding that Gideon is in a community of people who respect the disabled, who give him stimulation and joy. He is loved at Misericordia by the staff, by the residents, by all of the people who support Ms. so thoroughly. And so Sister Rosemary is right. Of course, you know, she's always right. Sister Rosemary is right that she doesn't take our children from us. She shares our children with us. And it's that sharing, it's that unbelievable giving that makes us, the parents of Misericordia, so deeply in Mrs. debt. Thank you, Sister Rosemary. Thank you to everyone who has supported Misericordia. Thanks, especially in this time of COVID, to the staff, the dedicated staff who take care of our kids. Thank you all, and God bless.
I love that duck. Thank you, Carol, for sharing your Misericordia story with us tonight. I think many Misericordia parents can agree that this is a community of loving, caring, and compassionate people, both inside the walls of Misericordia and outside. You also just saw a glimpse into the Misericordia art program. Even during the pandemic, the art instructors have been determined to provide programming to the residents. And this is what Misericordia is all about, providing enriching opportunities for the residents to have the highest quality of care and lead happy lives. Judging by the photos that you've seen so far, I think you can agree that the staff is doing their job and doing it very well. The painting Happy Moments and the duck Rainbow Connection are both available to bid on the auction tonight, right now. You can look in the coveted duck, which was displayed on Michigan Avenue this past summer for Special Olympics, is a perfect addition to anyone's backyard, or maybe you wish to donate it back to Misericordia. They will proudly display it on the campus. These are just two of the fabulous items that are available to you in the super silent auction. You also have the chance to bid on a 4-night stay at the Carnos Resort and Spa in Napa, which includes tastings at top wineries, a week at a designer dream home atop the mountains of Deer Valley, Utah, and a Priority Embark electric bike. You can travel up to 35 miles on a charge. Now, in order to have a chance to owning any one of these items, you have to bid. Remember, the auction closes at 9 p.m. Central Time tonight. No second chances to win. Now, before we move on to our next guests, I'm going to ask you to consider donating $5,000 right now to support these wonderful programs at Misericordia. Remember, you can call your donation in if you want by dialing 773-273-4599 or go to heartofgoldbenefit.org. Donating now means you're helping to provide funds that not only help the art department, but also the technology program, which they need now more than ever to stay connected to their friends and family and continue to maintain their skills. You're also donating to the horticultural program, office skills program, therapies, fitness programs, and much, much more. So let's see those $5,000 donations start racing in. See what I did there? Stay tuned for Sister Rosemary and the Heartbreakers, who will soon be coming up. And now, please welcome two more friends of Misericordia and Chicago, Ben Bradley and Jeff Joniak.
Hello, I'm Ben Bradley from WGN News, and I'm excited to be a part of the Misericordia Women's League Heart of Gold, a Night at the Races virtual benefit. Tonight, we're here to celebrate and support Misericordia in its endeavor to help the 600 Misericordia residents with intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as providing programs for 200 families who are part of the outreach program. Sister Rosemary Connolly has been leading Misericordia with love and compassion for more than 50 years. She and her dedicated staff have worked selflessly to provide amazing care to Misericordia's residents, especially during this pandemic. As you can imagine, this was no easy task. Over the last 25 years, the Women's League, which is made up of more than 100 members, has been able to donate more than $5.6 million to help the facilities and programs that enhance and enrich the lives of so many at Misericordia. The Heart of Gold benefit is their primary fundraiser. Although we can't all be together in person, tonight we are continuing that tradition, and we are hoping that we can count on your financial support. Now, more than ever, we are counting on all of Misericordia's good friends and supporters to do everything in their power to support this event. We hope you enjoy the evening, and thank you in advance for your generosity.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeff Joniak, voice of the Chicago Bears on News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM WBBM. We certainly appreciate you joining us tonight for the Misericordia Women's League 26th annual benefit called Heart of Gold, a night at the races, and a great night it promises to be. Back in 2018, the Bears celebrated their 100th anniversary, and Misericordia now celebrating its 100th anniversary. Both hold significant brand name equity in our great city, part of the stitching and the historical fabric of Chicago. Heck, we all remember the coach, Mike Ditka, Go back to 87, his endorsement of Misericordia. You can still check it out on YouTube. It's always been close to his heart. Both are Chicago institutions. I'm going to steal a little Sinatra here. This could only happen in a town like this. This is my kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of people, too. Because when you consider that we're incredibly blessed that Chicago has Misericordia serving our residents who are most in need over the last 100 years. So everybody raise your glass. Cheers to 100 years. Misericordia has grown substantially since its beginning and now does three things very well. It provides exceptional programs for its residents, gives peace of mind to residents' as families, knowing that their loved ones get wonderful care, and shares its mission with thousands of volunteers and supporters just like yourselves. In its efforts to help residents lead meaningful lives every day, Misericordia has developed extensive programs which provide employment opportunities, therapy, and health and wellness programs, along with social and recreational activities. Misericordia counts on your financial support to make this happen. These programs are important, so please give as generously as you can this evening. We know you always do, and you always will. But maybe here in 2021, dig a little deeper. So thank you in advance for your contributions, and I hope you can enjoy the rest of the evening. Go Misericordia, and I always got to say it, folks. Go Bears! Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff and Ben. You know, Jeff reminded us what Sister Rosemary often says. Misericordia does three things very well. Provides exceptional care and support to children and adults with intellectual and developmental disability, provides peace of mind to families, and shares their mission with thousands of volunteers and supporters. It's my pleasure to introduce the visionary behind the miracle of Misericordia, Sister Rosemary Connolly, who celebrated 70 years as a Sister of Mercy and 50 years as Executive Director of Misericordia in 2019. When she came to Misericordia in 1969, she saw that the residents were receiving great custodial care, but these children with disabilities weren't sick, and she wanted to get them out of bed. She called schools and hospitals to try and learn what they were doing, but she didn't really receive any help from them. So she's decided, along with the staff at the time, that they could develop programs on their own, and that is exactly what they did. Today, you can see the residents benefiting from well over 25 programs that meet their individual needs and abilities and allow them to be as independent as possible. This is all because Sister Rosemary had a vision. But she's not stopping there. She continues to look towards the future. Please welcome Sister Rosemary Connolly.
Good evening, dear friends. When I was asked to wear a fancy Kentucky Derby style hat, I was amused, but I agreed. Life certainly has been a challenge, and we can use a little humor. I think most would agree 2020 was a very difficult year. But let's continue to trust God that we can face the future with hope. I find God's love so alive and well in the presence of every person here at Misericordia, sharing life with our residents. The administrators, staff at every level of employment are truly making the daily life of our residents one worth living. How blessed we are that the staff are as committed, as dedicated, and as competent as one could ever expect. And so are our residents. I am amazed and delighted with how the residents have accepted the many difficult changes, especially the cancellation of their home visits. Misericordia quickly closed our campus to visitors, to volunteers, to families and guardians. Our greenhouse and restaurant also had to close, and community day services and outreach programs where our residents spent the majority of their weekdays learning job skills and participating in classes were abruptly stopped per the Department of Human Services. Once again, our executive team, our administration, our directors and staff came through with flying colors. Whether the residents are on the campus or in Scylla homes, the program instructors join the resident staff to plan active and engaging programs. Just pause and reflect on all the work involved to compensate for the loss of all the programs involved in their ordinary day. It is absolutely true. The attitude of the staff definitely plays a major role in the acceptance of our residents in their most difficult time. Our residents' attitude to accept how different their lives are in comparison to life before the pandemic, when they had all had their daily work schedules to complement each day, as well as being able to see and visit with so many additional people on campus, like the many volunteers who enhance their lives in so many great ways. No one can deny that life is definitely different, but I am truly impressed with the creativity and ingenuity of our staff, who make certain that each day is a good, active day for every resident. Everyone here at Misericordia is aware how difficult it is to make plans for the future, but several projects which were undertaken prior to the pandemic are now completed. A lovely home on campus, which will house 15 residents, is ready for occupancy. This means we'll be able to reach out to 15 new families. We also will be opening a new Scylla in Skokie for women. If you drive by on Ridge, you can see the progress being made by Walsh Construction on our work program building, which will be our new drive-through bakery, along with space for 2 other work projects. It's a beautiful building located on the route many of you use to reach Lakeshore Drive. This bakery and cafe will provide work opportunities for our residents and hopefully be a gift to our neighbors as well. It is more challenging to make plans for future projects, especially since there are still so many uncertainties. But we will continue in our endeavors. I wish to thank our wonderful Women's League. I am truly amazed at their generosity and creativity during this time of virtual fundraising. Their devotion and tenacity, coupled with their ingenious ideas, have exceeded our expectations for sure. And tonight's theme, Heart of Gold, a night at the races, promises to be a fun night, just like my hat. But more importantly, it is a testimony to all the generous hearts of gold who truly believe in the mission of Misericordia. Tonight, we are privileged to honor Kathy and Kevin Connor as the Heart of Gold Award recipients. We have been blessed with Kathy and Kevin's friendship for many, many years. They are always there for us when we need them. Their generosity and commitment to us is rooted in their belief that persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities deserve not just a right to life, but to one worth living. We are indebted to them for their years of service and dedication to the mission of Misericordia. I am a firm believer that God sends us the right people at the right time, and the Connors are truly a testament to that belief. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. God bless you all.
Wow, thank you so much.
Kevin and I are really overwhelmed and, to be honest, a little surprised at being named the Heart of Gold winners. I honestly don't feel we do anything out of the ordinary as far as the other members of our extraordinary Women's League. 25 years ago, a group of selfless and forward-thinking women, led by Kate Boyle, Eileen Seiferth, Lenore McCarter, and Eileen Bruce, started our league. We tip our hats to what you created. It is a group of incredibly strong women who who are so talented as we work together for the common cause of contributing as much as we can to Misericordia. So we share this award with each and every one of you. When I attended my first Women's League meeting, I was instantly drawn to the women in the room and thought I could do this once a month. Then I visited Misericordia and I realized I wanted to spend a lot more time doing whatever I could to help out. Touring the campus, meeting the people, and seeing what they offered their residents made me feel like I was the lucky one. I felt a part of something much bigger than myself and part of a very special family. I fell in love with the essence of Misericordia, which of course included Sister Rosemary and Lois Gates, both of whom I'm really honored to call my friends. Our family climbed on board with our sons organizing fundraisers at Indiana University and Kevin supporting me in however I wanted to contribute. Volunteer work like this is addicting, as all of our league members will tell you. The excitement when you believe in something or some place like this shines through to people as you fundraise. I personally have been so touched by the generosity of friends, family, and people in our community. So thanks to all of you who have donated already to this evening's success. I read somewhere that one's life should be remembered not by the duration, but by one's donation. It is the responsibility of all of us to create a better world, and its 600 residents will tell you that that includes a well-funded Misericordia. We all have a lot of demands on our charitable dollars, but we hope you will join our Misericordia family tonight by giving what you can.
Thanks, and let's have a great night.
That's great. By the way, we're getting a lot of text messages about the suit that I'm wearing. I know many of you are jealous. And if you do make a substantial donation, I'm willing to donate it. It's an extra large, by the way. Thank you, Sister Rosemary, for your inspiring words. You know, the administration and staff at Misericordia continue to go above and beyond to ensure that the residents still receive the highest quality of care, even in the most challenging of times. And I know I will be one of the first in line at the new drive-through bakery when it opens up. I love those cranberry gluten-free. Anyway, thank you also to the Heart of Gold recipients, Kathy and Kevin Connor. Your commitment, not only for you personally supporting the residents of Misericordia, but also raising awareness about the mission to your family, friends, is beyond amazing. I want to quote Kathy right now. I read somewhere that one's life should be remembered not by the duration, but by one's donation. It's the responsibility of all of us to create a better world. And its 600 residents will tell you that includes a well-funded Misericordia. Now, I couldn't have said it better myself. That is why we're here tonight, folks. And we're rounding that bend now at the event. So we still have time to donate and bid. I want to ask you to consider donating $2,500 right now. It's time to get your donations in. We're asking for $2,500, but we'll take any monetary amount. Don't be shy. We've made it pretty easy for you. You can just pick up the phone and call 773-273-4599, and you can also go to the website heartofgoldbenefit.org. I'm sure by now you've received a few text messages about your bids. Click on those links to increase your bids and donate. I want to thank all of our Kentucky Derby, Preakness, Belmont Stakes, and Grand National sponsors who so generously donated to the benefit. Thank you so much. There's no way we could do this without your support. Misericordia has a waiting list of over 300 families who want a Misericordia and need a Misericordia. What we raise here tonight is going to help toward decreasing that list. Let's win this race together. All you have to do is donate. And now, talk about talent. This is amazing. You're in for a real treat. Please sit back and enjoy a musical performance of Misericordia resident Charlie Carpenter and some of the Women's League members' children as they thank our sponsors for being a friend.
Hello everyone, this is Jim and Andrea Tomey, and we are so happy to be a part of the Heart of Gold event with Misericordia. They've done fabulous work over the years, and when asked to do this, we were really excited to be a part of it.
When Sister Rosemary asks you to do something, you do it. She's been with Misericordia over 50 years, and she's such an amazing woman. And it's so difficult to have to put this event on virtually this year, as many people have had to do, many organizations. So they really need your help. During this pandemic, they've continued to serve their residents, some of whom have been there for over 40 years, and they've done it without missing a beat. So we really need you to be generous tonight.
We're asking you to dig deep, have a little bit of kindness and thought in all of this, and really think of others, as we all have during this really difficult time the past year. So, have a great night. Hopefully everyone will smile if this brings a little bit of joy in your life. I know it sure has in our life being a part of this. So, best of luck, and dig deep. It means a lot to a lot of special people.
Thank you all for your generosity, and have a great evening.
Okay, we're in the home stretch, folks. Thank you to Jim and Andrea Tomey. I definitely agree that everyone needs to listen to Sister Rosemary. There's no doubt about that. And I think Sister Rosemary would be telling me to start asking you to consider donating $1,000 tonight. Remember, these donations are going to maintain and sustain all the programs provided to the residents and the over 200 participants in the outreach and adult enrichment programs to help reduce the waiting list, to help build the new drive-through bakery, and so much more. Again, any amount, big or small, is appreciated, and it goes to help the residents of Misericordia. Go to the website you see at the bottom of the screen, heartofgoldbenefit.org, or pick up the phone. It's so simple to do, and call 773-273-4599 right now to make a donation, and you can tell them that Lou sent you. Coming up, a walk down memory lane with the one and only Misericordia Heartbreakers. But first, a message from Misericordia parents Lisa and Barry Cruz.
Hi, I'm Lisa Cruz, and I'm this year's Vice President for the Misericordia Women's League.
And I'm Barry Cruz, assistant sometimes to the Vice President of the Misericordia Women's League. And we're parents also of a resident in Misericordia. Our daughter Katie is 30 years old, and she's been calling Misericordia her home away from home for about the last 5 years.
That's right. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. We're so excited to be here in our Derby finery for a night at the races and to share with you what Ms. means to us.
Yes, I'll start. It means everything to us with respect to the help, the support, and the care that Misericordia provides to our daughter Katie and to all the residents now and in the future. And I think it really gives us peace of mind as we've partnered with an organization like Misericordia, which we consider to be an extension of ourselves as regards to the care for Katie from here on out. And we see that as a partnership for life.
That's right. Ms. creates such a wonderful community for their residents, but it also brings in the families of the residents. And it's just an amazing partnership, and gives us as parents such relief to know that she's growing and thriving there.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess simply it gives us comfort and confidence that we are partnering with an organization that has passion, purpose, depth and breadth in programming, and such dedicated staff that we know Katie is going to be well cared for in our partnership forever.
That's right. That's what Ms. means to us. Thank you all for being here with us and helping us to support such a great cause.
The Heartbreakers. It's an amazing group of people. They're going to dance for you tonight. And I am honored, and it's my privilege to stand up here with them. Here we go. You guys ready? Hold on a second. I'm gonna take some. into the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. Learn to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna stand a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, this is where I'm meant to be, this is me. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna stand the flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I am moved in apologies, this is me. And I know that I deserve your love, and there's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, I am who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I am no apologies, this is me. This is me. A big round of applause for the Heartbreakers. Amazing, amazing.
Amazing. How many of you remember being there? I was there. I can't wait to be there live again. What a performance by the Heartbreakers. But this is the next best thing. And thank you to Lisa and Barry Cruz for sharing your story. We're crossing the finish line, folks, at the Heart of Gold, a Night at the Races event. Few reminders before we go. The auction closes at 9 p.m. Central Time. So please continue to bid so you can own a Misericordia masterpiece. Maybe take a trip to Napa, have a private whiskey tasting, or golf at one of the many golf clubs being auctioned off tonight. The auction might end tonight at 9 p.m. sharp, but any donation, big or small, can still be made on the website you see on your screen, heartofgoldbenefit.org, for another week. Thank you again to the Women's League for hosting such a great event, especially Women's League President Ann Withers and the event chairs Diane Campion, Ann Cohen, and Katie Lee. They are truly the trifecta. And thank you to you, everyone who attended tonight's virtual Heart of Gold, a night at the races. We hope that we can once again gather together next year at the event. Until then, stay safe and healthy, happy and hopeful. Have a great night, everybody.